Hello, good evening, everyone. I am Olia Matias, and together with my co-teachers, Crizel and May, we would like to introduce to you our topic for today, which is forms of business organization and ownership. So before we proceed, let's look back first, okay? Let's have a review. I believe we have already concluded the topics under applied economics, and our last lessons were the effects of various socioeconomic factors affecting business and industry. So before we move on, I would just like to check if there's any questions or concerns. Okay, I believe there's none. So we will move to the next chapter, which is business ethics and social responsibility. And the first topic will be the forms of business organization. So, class, can you tell me if you can identify a company here? Okay, can you identify at least one company and describe their nature or the services they provide? Okay, thank you for your answers. Great job. So as you can see here, we have BDO, Banco de Oro, Shell Corporation, Procter& and Gamble, San Miguel Corporation, Nestle, Accenture, ABS-CBN, Coca-Cola, Unilever, and SM Investments Corporation. So these are some of the major companies here in the Philippines that we all know of, and we usually use their services and products. So my first question is, in your own words, what is a business? Can you define business? Okay, that's a great answer too. Thank you. And I would just like to check if you want to have your own business someday. Do you want to start your own business someday? Yes, why? Okay, thank you for the answer too. And my last question will be, why start a business? Bakit kailangan natin magnegosyo? Bakit nga ba? Okay, great answers. Thank you very much. So, according to my source, these are some of the purposes of establishing a business enterprise. So, number one is to make money and have financial independence. So, kung palagay mo hindi pa sapat yung kinikita mo sa ngayon, feeling mo kailangan mo pa mag-save para sa future mo at saka sa retirement mo, why not start a business? Kasi baka mas malaki nga yung kikitain mo doon. To be your own boss, if you don't want to have a superior who's always directing you and telling you what to do, you can be your own boss. You can be the boss. Number three, to self-actualize or to fulfill your own interest and enjoyment. So, all of most of us have passions that we would like to pursue. Sometimes arts and crafts, and usually binibigay lang natin libre sa friends and family natin, pero some of our families and friends tell us that this is a very good product. Why would you like to make this to a profit making venture or to turn this into a business? So usually may mga ganong proposal, no? Sabi bibigyan ka ng idea na, oh, bakit nga ba hindi ako mag-start ng sarili kong negosyo? So number four, to make dreams come true. If you have a dream business that you want to really pursue, to use your skills and knowledge for yourself, to have second career. Not necessarily naman kailangan wala kang trabaho para mag-start ng business, 'di ba? Usually mga tao talaga 'pag kahit may full-time job sila, nagnenegosyo sila on the side para extra income din. So puwedeng pagsabayin. To have to have variety at work, to create opportunities, to take up the challenge, to employ relatives, friends, and community members, to come up with better ways to create and to innovate. Actually, sabi nga nila, if you can see a need in the community that has not yet been provided, then you can make a business out of it. To be efficient, to set and meet own deadlines, to avoid commuting, to create customers, to offer value, to have more life, more freedom, to solve problems, to move society, to change the world, and to make the world better. Medyo pang universe na tong reason na to. And to build our future. So why do you think business organization is important? Bakit nga ba may mga business organization pa? Yes, great job. Actually, if you want to start a business, the first step is picking its form. So, kailangan mo muna daw i-determine kung anong form ng business ang gusto mong itayo. At pag meron ka ng business organization, it allows individuals and groups to perform tasks more efficiently. So, let us define business first. A business is an organization or an economic system where goods and services are exchanged for one another or for money. So if there's an exchange of goods and services for money, it is called a business. So there are four major forms of business organizations in the Philippines. So let me give you a scenario. Suppose you want to open your own sari-sari store that will need 10,000 pesos to start. And you used your 10,000 pesos savings to start the said business. You are the sole owner of the said sari-sari store. What is this form of business organization? Yes, you're correct. This is called a sole proprietorship. So, also known as a sole trader, it is owned by one person and operates for their benefit. The owner may operate the business alone or with other people. A sole proprietor has unlimited liability for all obligations incurred by cost or judgment against the business. So later on, we will tackle more about the advantages and disadvantages of each form. Second scenario, what if the needed amount to start your dream sari-sari store is 50,000 and you only have 25,000 cash savings? You ask Juan, your friend, if he's willing to invest his 25,000 and become part owner of the sari-sari store. Assuming he agrees, what form of business organization was created? Okay, yes, you're correct. It is called a partnership. A partnership is a business owned by two or more people. In most forms of partnerships, each partner has unlimited liability for the debts incurred by the business. So, pag dalawa na, partnership na ang tawag doon. Next, assuming your dream is to open a grocery store and not just a sari-sari store. So, lumaki na yung pangarap mo, ayaw mo na ng sari-sari store, gagawin mo na siyang grocery store. And you need 1 million pesos for the said business. Paano yan? You only have 25,000 and your friend who won has only 25,000 too. And your mother is willing to invest 50,000, but still these are not enough to start your dream grocery store. Where will you get the money to raise the 1 million pesos? Yes, you need to look for investors and that will make your organization a corporation. A corporation have limited liability and the business has a separate legal personality from its owner. So ito medyo maganda kasi hindi na laging nakaakibat sa pangalan mo eh. Meron siyang sariling legal identity. And corporations can either be government owned or privately owned. They can organize either for profit as not for profit organizations. And scenario number 4, assuming all mothers in your barangay decided to open a sari-sari store where all members can buy in cash or in credit. Some mothers were also taught how to sew dresses and bags as part of the project of the group. These bags are then sold to a certain company. Aside from that, the organization provides seminars to the members on various topics involving mothers and their roles. At the end of the year, the profit are distributed among the members based on their capital contribution. The amount of their purchases in the sari-sari store during the year is also computed and they receive something out of the profit or surplus on their purchases. What is this form of business organization? Yes, correct. It is called a cooperative, often referred to us as co-op. Cooperative is a limited liability business that can organize for profit or non-profit. So it differs from a corporation in that it has members, not shareholders, and they share decision-making authority. So in a corporation, you can be one of its shareholders. 'Di ba, dito, a privately owned for-profit corporation is owned by its shareholders who elect a board of directors to direct the corporation and hire its managerial staff. A privately owned for-profit corporation can be either privately held by a small group of individuals or publicly held with publicly traded shares listed on stock exchange. So kahit ako, pwede akong maging owner, part owner ng isang malaking korporasyon like Jollibee if I buy shares or stocks from the company. So later, I will discuss more about the stocks. Okay. So, number one, kailangan natin pumunta sa website ng DTI, Department of Trade and Industry. This will be your first step in your business name registration. So, pwede na kayo magpa-register online. And after that, there's a lot more to come pa. Marami pang clearances and accreditation that you need to comply before really starting your business. After this, I believe there's barangay. You need to go to your municipality hall and you need to go to BIR, SSS, PhilHealth. There's a lot of clearances, fire safety. So this is just the first step for single proprietorship. For partnerships and corporation, you need to register under the Securities and Exchange Commission. So you can just go to this website and most of the informations are here, including the articles of incorporation. You can see it here. And for the cooperatives, you can go directly to the Cooperative Development Authority of the Philippines. That's where you need to register. So I can see, as you can see here, I provided an old copy of a stock certificate. Di ba sabi ko nga kanina, sa corporation, pwede kang maging part owner or shareholder by buying stocks from them. So right now, there's a lot of online na brokers na pwede kang makipag-communicate para sila yung mag-handle ng mga gusto mong i-buy and sell na stocks or shares. So, I personally use Call Financial, pero dun sa mga traders, medyo hindi raw nila recommended yun. Talagang may mga brokers sila na mas madali maka-execute ng order. So, ito, naabutan ko pa yung lolo ko, mayroong stocks from PLDT. Pero hindi ko alam kung napapalit na. Maybe I need to research more of that. Okay, so right now let's proceed for the question and answer. Can you get your pen? And I will distribute the worksheet that comprises a short um, activity, written activity, just a question and answer about the lesson discussed. Okay? Okay.